Hey everybody. So I watched this video from the Primegean. I highly recommend. Great channel. I love his take. And this video jived with me so much. I wanted to share with you guys and tell you what I think about it. Let's watch.
There's a startling new trend that's happening among a lot of the larger tech companies, and I'm just going to say it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I think it's bad. I think it leads to bad outcomes. I think it incentivizes bad behavior. It makes bad products. This trend, of course, started with Microsoft or Shopify. It's spread to Google. And now Meta, pour one out for Meta and Zuck. Man, I thought me and Zuck, I thought we were tight. I thought Zuck was the best, but obviously, I don't know about that anymore. All right, so what's happening? Well, Meta is about to start grading its workers on their AI skills. That's right. Your ability to prompt might be your ability to stay employed at Meta. If you want to continue to be a metician, if that is what you refer to yourself as, well, you better dust off the old clods and start getting after it, buddy. All right, the social media giant is making AI-driven impact a core expectation from 2026. Janelle Gale, Meta's head of people, told employees Thursday in an internal memo, which was seen by Business Insider. Meta will assess employees on how they use AI to deliver results and build tools that can move the needle in a major way when it comes to productivity. Now,
So I'll let the Primegean continue in a second, but this is so crazy. This is so crazy for companies to do. This is comparable to that saying we have is that what you measure is what you're going to get. And it reminds me when I'm managing teams of QA and I'll tell them that they are measured by how many tickets they open. Guess what? You get hundreds, if not thousands of tickets, and most of them are garbage. So it's so stupid to come and tell people you're going to be measured based on how much code you use with AI and how much time you spend. I don't even know how you will measure this, but it doesn't matter. You're just going to create a very, very false incentive. Instead of focusing on making good code, you're just going to incentivize people to specifically focus on using AI, which is, again, super silly.
I'm getting ready to crash out, but I'm not going to do that yet, okay? I first want to attempt to do a bit of steel manning of this entire thing, okay? So, to be completely fair, one, I think LLMs are pretty great for some internal tools that you just want to get up and running, because I can tell you right now that as someone who worked at a large company, there is a lot of shitty internal tools that get absolutely no love. So if we can at least get something to the point of just like a dumping ground where you can be like, hey, anybody can open up Cursor and just prompt your way and try to get any bug fixed and just make this internal tool work. Like, I could actually see a lot of people wanting to do that and be a part of that. And honestly, not a big deal. It's an internal tool. Nobody cares about the quality. It's not.
And I totally agree with him here. That's why I love this guy. Yeah, if you want to use it for I'll put an umbrella for non-production code, for a demo, for an MVP, for an internal tool. Yes, no problem. The challenge is when you go into production code that thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people are going to use, code that needs to have tons of feedback, code that you're going to need to maintain over long periods of time. You have to be absolutely crazy, in my opinion, to rely on AI to the point where you don't really understand what the hell is going on in your code base.
We don't care about the uptime. We just want it up there. We just want it to work. We want it to display some results. The end. Or else you have to task and engineer weeks to possibly months of effort that just on a product that just, it doesn't need to be that good. At least that is my best ability to steel man this argument. And if that's the kind of case they're going for, is like, hey, let's use it to try to make operationally things a little bit smoother, like internally on the things we don't want to put in front of our customers and we don't really care, then yeah. But
Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, for things that are, yeah, operationally, because I use AI every day. every day, but I use it to enhance my operational skills. I'm not relying on AI to do the thinking for me because that is a slippery slope where I will end up with code that I don't understand how it works. And if I don't understand how the code works, if I cannot um, reliably describe my code and the in and outs of it, how the hell am I going to be able to support this code long term?
I said I was going to crash out a little bit and I was going to get a little bit upset. And I can kind of feel that storm building up inside of me, okay? Here's the problem with all of that. When you start measuring a metric, people will optimize it, people will game it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Whatever you measure, it's that what people are going to start optimizing for.
This has been done since time immemorial. Anybody who's worked at a larger company that knows about this, they absolutely have 100% seen this. Like, this is the reason why lines of code cannot be used as a measurement if an employee is good or not. You know why? Oh, baby, I'm committing that package lock file daily. Okay, I'm going to have lines of code change in the billions by the end of the year. And that's like just why it doesn't matter. Like, we've all recognized this. And so if you do the exact same thing, like, oh, how much of your code is written by AI? We need to make sure that you're actually doing this. We need to actually make sure that you are committing lots of code and using an AI to generate it and becoming good at the tools. It's just like that doesn't make it good. Nothing about that. It neither makes it good nor bad. You can have two people both using the same AI, making the same prompts. One can provide you really crappy code and one can provide you really good code. I hate to say this. It's not the length of the context, it's how you use it. And so when
And this is funny because it reminds me, I worked at companies where some engineers would not want to use IDEs. They're like, I'm not using VS Code. I'm not using any graphical user IDE. I basically want to write my code using Emacs. Who cares? Like, who cares? As long as you get your code done, as long as your code is efficient, and as long as your code works based on what we want it to do and what the product needs. That's the target. It's not the tools. And in my opinion, AI is still just a tool, an amazing tool, a revolutionary tool, but a tool, not something that you should just decide that, okay, now everybody in my company has to use it or else.
I see this, you can just tell I'm upset about it because here's what I think is a much better measurement. Hey, Facebook, or sorry, Meta, sorry, Meticians. Let me just propose an alternative system, okay? I think this system is significantly better. Are you ready for this one, Meticians? What if you find all the people that are good performers, that you like working with, they tend to spot the real problems and write really good solutions, and they do it in a manner that is satisfactory to you? Why don't you keep paying them and make sure that they're happy? I know, crazy idea. Does it
It's funny because I always say it, and I gotta say it after like 20 plus years working professionally in big, small, medium organizations. Most of the work is done by 20% of your employees anyway. Seriously, the 20-80 rule applies no matter what. I've never seen it not apply, and it makes sense to me on many different levels. So how about yeah, or keep your top performers, keep the people you like working with, pay them well, and I think that's going to solve most of your issues when it comes to the technical part of the equation, not necessarily when it comes to how you manage your business at large.
matter that one person used an AI and another person did it? No, it shouldn't matter. If it's transparent to you, then it does not matter. What happened if the person only used it a little bit? What happened if someone's really good at tab coding? What happened if someone built their own tool that's completely orthogonal? They're able to make really fast changes, but it just doesn't show up in the way you want it to. What happened if they're not prompt maxing, but they're still using LLMs to do really great time-saving tasks in ways that are hard to measure? Like, who cares? Just have good employees and keep them. I know. This is just one of those things that I know is just completely controversial.
I
We're
just love
talking
this
about
guy.
liquid scalding hot
It's
lava
so
take
common
coming in right
sense.
here. Good employees are good, and you should keep good employees instead of putting artificial constraints on them to be behaving in a way that you expect them to be better. Like, well, what about that one? I know, scalding hot. Everybody, please don't cancel me. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I just had to say something because this is just like, it's just lines of code all over again. That's all it is. Hey, speaking of a million lines of code, I'm gonna quit saying this once we get there. I will not be asking for subs once we make it there. I just want to just help me shut up. Thank you very much. I hope you liked this video. I know I liked making it. Hey, the name is the Primegean.
Love this guy. Subscribe to him. He's really worth watching. Anyway, have a great day.